So let's talk about AMC and the different cryptocurrencies it's decided to adopt as a part of its transaction protocol by the end of 2021. You've probably already seen that they're deciding to accept Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. However, Dogecoin was not a part of that list. In lieu of this, the CEO of AMC had received so many calls for Dogecoin to be included, I mean, literally pressed about this, that he put out a tweet asking followers if they really want Dogecoin to be one of the included cryptocurrencies a part of AMC's transaction list. And the response was overwhelming. In fact, the CEO of AMC said it was the most interaction he's ever seen on any tweet that he's done over Twitter. And the approval for Dogecoin was incredible. Upwards of 82% of respondents said yes, Dogecoin should be included. I want to tell you why AMC's decision to include cryptocurrencies within its transaction protocol is going to be far more beneficial for Dogecoin than any of those other cryptocurrencies. And it really comes down to this: usability and practicality. Let me explain it this way. Bitcoin. Who is going to use Bitcoin to buy tickets or popcorn or snacks for their movie? Nobody. The reason why is because the transaction fee is far too high and the transaction speeds are far too slow. The average transaction fee for a Bitcoin transaction right now is right around $59. Now, with the movie theater prices being lower, perhaps the transaction fees will be a bit lower, but not low enough for the average person to say, yeah, by the way, I'm going to get a $6 soda and let me pay with that with Bitcoin and have a $4 fee charged to me. If it's $4, it'll probably be even higher than that. No one's going to do it. It doesn't make any sense. Are people going to do this with Ethereum? Well, Ethereum's average transaction fee right now is around $30. Also, it's not quite fast enough either. However, this, of course, will likely change with the rollout of Ethereum 2.0, but that's going to take over a year for that to fully make the rollout happen, and we don't exactly know where it's going to bring Ethereum. However, Litecoin and Dogecoin are a little bit different. These ones have a little more practical use, and individuals might actually use these in AMC transactions. Litecoin on average costs about 2 cents per transaction. All of a sudden, it makes sense that you might use your Litecoin to buy a ticket. And maybe even AMC and other companies will start to offer discounts if you use cryptocurrency, because they won't get charged those 2 to 3% fees that they would if you used a credit card. Now, Litecoin is a little bit faster than Bitcoin as well. The problem with Litecoin is it simply doesn't have the popularity and the notoriety with the public. You do, in fact, need to have low transaction fees and high transaction speeds, but you also have to be notable to the public or else it's not going to be used. Dogecoin is going to fit all three of those criteria. And that brings us here. This is the reply section of Elon Musk's Twitter account. And we can see here Billy Marcus, one of the founders of Dogecoin, said this: Robinhood announcing wallets, AM CEO not only talking about accepting Dogecoin, but saying it was the single most interacted tweet he has ever made. The crypto market finally seeing some green. And then Elon Musk responding, super important for Doge fees to drop to make things like buying movie tickets viable. He is right on point with this, because many people are just saying, oh, look how amazing it is. AMC's accepting cryptocurrencies and look at how good. That's great and everything. But more important is this practical and will people use this? Not with Bitcoin, they won't. Not with Ethereum, they won't. But Litecoin and Dogecoin have a shot. However, like I said, Litecoin's kryptonite is it's not popular amongst the public. Go do a test. Walk out into the streets. Go into the supermarket or the mall and ask people if they know what Litecoin is. Ask them if they know what Dogecoin is. More people are going to know what Dogecoin is, and it could be even 10 to 1. 10 people know what Dogecoin is for every one person who knows what Litecoin is. But that's not enough either because you need the notoriety. But Dogecoin's transaction fee is in the midst of being absolutely slashed by 100 times. And they want to move this up to 1,000 or even 10,000 times. So we're looking at a transaction fee of minimally 10 cents, but hopefully moving into 1 cent or even a fraction of 1 cent. When Elon Musk says that Dogecoin needs to get its transaction fees, this is no joke. This is serious because if Dogecoin can do this, when AMC adopts cryptocurrencies officially by year end 2021, Dogecoin is going to be the one that's going to rise to the top. You're going to see 90% of people using Dogecoin for the transactions of all cryptocurrency transactions rather than any of the other ones. And it's going to be maybe a surprise to some people that, wait a second, I thought Bitcoin was going to be the one that was going to make it. I thought it was going to be Ethereum that was going to do it. But Dogecoin, yes, because Dogecoin fits that puzzle piece perfectly. It's what Dogecoin is designed to be. Popular, notable, low transaction fees, high transaction speeds. Bitcoin is not designed for this, which is another issue that countries are going to have as they adopt Bitcoin too. Bitcoin is digital gold. It's something that holds value very well and will continue to hold value very well. Ethereum's practical use, the fact that people can use it to make smart contracts and build on top of it, its utility is incredible. In fact, this just came out from Decrypt. Ethereum futures are more popular amongst major investors than Bitcoin because right now people are switching from wanting to put their investments in something that's just going to hold value like gold would and increase over time to something that has more practical use. And Ethereum's practical use in the crypto arena, in the blockchain arena, in the smart contract arena is absolutely incredible. And the future with the 2.0 upgrade is going to be massive. But when it comes to transactions for the normal person, buying gum, candy, coffee, movie tickets, or popcorn, that's not Ethereum's use case. At least right now. We'll see in a year from now if 2.0 even makes that possible. But that is in fact Dogecoin's use case, which is why Elon's tweet, the transaction fees need to come down, is so important. And when you see a news title like this, Dogecoin mining profits are up 3,135%. Transaction fees are up 6,700% this year. This makes sense, obviously. Dogecoin has skyrocketed from where it was earlier in the year, all the way down to below around 2 cents now, obviously, up to 22 cents at this point. So its profits are up incredible. But this also pushes its transaction fees higher. And right now, Dogecoin's transaction fees are sitting right around, right around 40 cents or so at this point. And that's good, but it's not good enough. Not good enough to buy popcorn or tickets. Because if you have to pay a 40-cent fee in order to get your tickets, plus the more people that use Dogecoin, the higher the fees are going to go. It's just the way it works. The higher the price of Dogecoin, the higher the fees are going to go. They need to start slashing these fees by 100, if not 1,000 or 10,000 times. If they can slash it by 10 times, Dogecoin's going to be 5 cents per transaction. If they can slash it by 100 times, you're talking about a fraction of a penny, half a penny. That's great. 1,000 times, 10,000 times, even better. They need to get the fees as low as it is possible to do. And under 10 cents is a definite. A fraction of a penny would be wonderful. And the more it gets used, the more the transaction fees are going to go up. So you really need to slash these things big time. So let's talk about crypto futures right now, what to expect for the rest of this month, the rest of this year. Obviously, we've had a tough last week and a tough few days with the economic worry that's been going around the world. They believe there's a thought that there could be an economic slowdown coming, and the issues with Evergrande in China just kind of sort of sparked that into a fury of people pulling investments out of, especially their most volatile investments. And then you had the liquidity and banks just, selling off in order to make sure that they could pay for, some people who are taking out loans against their investments, that you have to liquefy that stuff. And so we saw all that happen. It brought the crypto market way down. The good thing is we've probably hit the peak of that sort of issue and worry, and we're coming off the peak of it. We still probably need to get through this weekend. There's probably going to be instability throughout the weekend, and we got to get to Monday, Tuesday next week. And hopefully at that point, things have calmed down. We'll take a look at the economy. We'll see how people's fear, uncertainty, and doubts are rolling out with the worry as well. And hopefully after that's gone through, we'll begin to see the crypto market steadily come back up to where it should be. We've seen a turnaround already. The crypto market is up about 2.72% over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's done well, Ethereum has done well, and a number of other ones. Dogecoin is still struggling a little bit. Dogecoin, though, did have a pretty big gain back when it went down to 20 cents. It had like a 10% increase, so it's kind of pulling back from that. There is a slight worry that I see from Dogecoin's chart, but Dogecoin's really not going to get the big push until everyone understands its practical use capability and the fact that it's being adopted by the masses as the cryptocurrency to be used as daily transactions. Right now, major crypto investors don't yet understand and or believe that. They still somehow think that it's going to be Bitcoin that can be used for transactions, or even Ethereum, or even Litecoin, or maybe another one. But I believe it really is going to be Dogecoin, but there's not enough that see it yet. And the thing that worries me in Dogecoin's chart here, if I go down to the 3-month, or maybe the 1 month is more helpful, is you can see this sort of line of declination that's going here. And Dogecoin had that dip along with all the other cryptocurrencies since the 20th of September, 1920th September, and it's come back up. But now it's kind of put itself right back onto that line of declination, and it's sort of following it again, okay? We want to see Dogecoin get off of this and begin to move up. I believe that hopefully next week it can begin to that steady march up, but I don't think we're going to see Dogecoin skyrocketing off to where it should go until everyone starts to understand the practical use of this coin and how amazing it is for average transactions. But that won't happen unless Dogecoin can get the fees way, way down. They're too high right now. Elon Musk knows what he's talking about. The number one biggest thing that Dogecoin developers, the Dogecoin team, and Dogecoin miners can do right now is to lower those transaction fees to a fraction of a penny. There is not any more important thing to do than that. Second to that would be to make sure that the transaction speeds go up while making sure that the security is up as well, which is a difficult task to do, but it needs to be done. If Dogecoin does that, watch what happens as all of these cryptocurrencies are adopted by a singular company like AMC. Watch which cryptocurrency is used more than any other one. It will be Dogecoin, and it will open the eyes of crypto investors, those who snub their noses at Dogecoin, those who look down upon Dogecoin, and the average user around the world will look at Dogecoin and go, wow, this is the coin that people are using. When that practical use reality makes it out to everybody, Dogecoin is going to skyrocket. Now, is Dogecoin going to go to 1,000? No. But when I say skyrocket, especially with the Robinhood wallets coming out, especially with Elon coming out with some advertising that's going to happen with Dogecoin, specifically with his space missions, which are going to promote Dogecoin in and of itself. And I'm sure at a certain point, he's going to add Dogecoin as a transaction for Tesla. With that coming out, that's not enough to bring Dogecoin to $1. But Dogecoin rising, becoming the cream of the crop as the transaction token for the average person, is going to bring Dogecoin up in ways that you can't imagine. And I'm talking about it's just gonna go way up. I think that's gonna happen within the next 3 years. When is it gonna happen? I don't know. If anyone told you they know, they're lying. We don't know. But we know what Dogecoin needs to do in order for that to happen. I believe that you should be holding Ethereum. Look at Ethereum's futures. People believe in Ethereum as the coin to be used to build upon. Yes, Solana's coming up, Cardano's coming up. I think you should invest in those ones too. But I think your biggest one should be in Ethereum. But Dogecoin, don't sleep on it. Yes, it may have its tough times. It may go down and up and down and up and what's going on. But when the light turns on, and all of a sudden, people realize the same thing that you realize and that Elon Musk realizes and that Mark Cuban realizes. Wait a second. This coin is actually perfectly designed for this use. It's so undervalued right now. It's incredible. And it's going to go up. We don't know when it's going to happen, though. But I know you need to stake your claim into Dogecoin in order to ride that wave. When that wave hits, it's going to hit with a vengeance. It's going to hit with seriousness. And it's going to be crazy when it hits. But you got to wait for it to hit. It's like catching a wave you can't see. But we know what's necessary for it to happen. So hopefully this encourages you out there as you're listening to this, and hopefully it makes sense to you. And I would love to know your thoughts on this as well. And if you can share with anyone out there, if you can share with the Dogecoin community about the seriousness of lowering these transaction fees, please do that. It really is the most important thing that needs to be done right now. Thank you guys for coming along with me. As always, I will catch you next time.